The Mega Deck Challenge is coming up very soon in Clash Royale once again, so we're going to go ahead and go through exactly what you guys need to make your own awesome deck for the Mega Deck Challenge. Now, this is actually going to go to 9 wins, and the maximum win is going to be 10,000 gold. Now, altogether, you are going to be able to get 20,000 gold if you win all 9 rewards, obviously, and if you have the Pass Royale, you can go ahead and restart every time you fail. You aren't going to be able to need to buy the Pass Royale and restart, though, because after we show you guys the best methods to making your own awesome deck in Clash Royale for this challenge, you guys are not going to need it because this challenge is going to be easy. You're going to absolutely destroy this thing. So before we get into how to build your own deck, we're going to go ahead and make sure you remind you to subscribe down below, guys. I really do appreciate everyone joining Sun Nation by hitting that subscribe button down below. It is free, easy, and it's a great way to support the channel, guys. In this touchdown mode, there's very important ways of dealing damage, whether it be defending other pushes, attacking and getting those touchdowns. Maybe your towers need to be good, maybe your spells need to be good. So we have divided it all into 4 awesome groups today. Group 1 being the spells, Group 2 being the ways of getting points, aka getting those touchdowns. Group 3 is going to be ways of defending and support cards. They're going to be absolutely essential in your winning. And group number 4 is going to be the towers, guys. So we're going to go through the details on every single group, what you guys should do, what you guys can expect. So getting into group number 1, we have the spells group. Now, as you can see, we have all the spells in one deck slot. This is not something you'd actually want to do, but these are all the spells that you're going to want to maybe include in your mega deck. Now, you don't want 6 spells. That'd be way too many spells. What you're going to want to do is select at least 3 to 4 of these. I wouldn't go 5 or higher. 5 spells could be a lot in an 18 deck slot. So, I mean, you could go with 5, but I've found that 3 to 4 spells of any of these 6 have been awesome. Now, if you're going for a little bit of a cheaper deck, obviously the log, the royal delivery, the tornado, and the arrows can all be awesome. Now, I'm going to explain to you the reasoning behind each one of these cards. Obviously, the log, guys, it can be essential to dealing with swarms. Things like guards, things like goblin gangs, things like Skarmy, you might see a lot of, so the log will certainly have a great job of dealing with that. It'll keep it pretty cheap, and let's say the royal hogs are coming at you, you can bowl those down pretty easily in the combination with something else. So, as you can see, the log is going to be awesome. Fireball is going to be essential because of the magic archers, the zappies, the flying machines, all sorts of things that are going to be easy for your fireball to take out. They're going to provide so much value. And once again, those royal hogs, they're everywhere. So I would expect to see some royal hogs in this. We'll find out, though. A lot of the people that are not going to be watching this video are probably going to be using royal hogs, stuff like that. You don't necessarily want to use them in this challenge. So, let's move on. The lightning is a lightning spell. Which is obvious, but I mean, it can get so much elixir value. For 6 elixir, you can take down 2 elite barbs into a balloon. For 6 elixir, you can take down a lumberjack balloon push. You know what I'm saying? If your lightning is in your deck, you certainly can get a lot of elixir value out of it, and that is exactly why it is going to be one of the 6 spells you're going to want to use, guys. I personally, for me playing this challenge, I'm probably going to use the tornado, the royal delivery, the arrows, and the fireball. That's going to be my 4. You can switch it out for whichever ones you like, but once again, we're going to keep moving on here, guys. The arrows, there's going to be firecrackers, there's going to be princesses, there's going to be guards, and there's going to be swarm, so the arrows is going to be a great way of dealing with those things, including Dark Goblin even. People might be using the Dark Goblin as a support card. You'll be able to deal with it all with those arrows, guys, and obviously if you do see some random minion hordes, see some random minions or bats, you can 100% deal with that very well with the arrows for only 3 elixir. They can cover any part of the map, which is awesome, whereas maybe a royal delivery, you can only get on half of your map, or like a snowball or a zap spell won't finish off a lot of the things that you need to get arrowed. For example, Princess will not die to a zap spell, but she will get clapped by those arrows, guys. So arrows are going to be absolutely essential. One of the best spells you can use in this challenge. Royal delivery can basically get you, kind of like the lightning, so much elixir value. So 100% a great spell. Tornado is a tornado, guys. It can pull things around. It can pull things away from your troops going towards the touchdown. It's a great spell. I'm 100% going to be using the tornado. I think you guys should too. So like I said, this has been the spell section, group 1 of 4 cards types that we're going to show you guys for this challenge to build your own deck. So once again, a major thing to remember is only include 3 to 4 of these. I'm going to include personally the arrows, the royal delivery, the tornado, and fireball. That is going to be my 4. Moving on to group number 2, this is going to be your top win conditions in the challenge, obviously. Now, normal win condition maybe would not be a prince, maybe would not be just a skeleton barrel or something, but in the challenge, these are going to be excellent, guys. Night Witch is going to be essential because those bats are going to be constantly spawning so fast, it'll actually not be bad at all. Defensively, the Night Witch can obviously put in some work. If you see them place a balloon on the other side of the map, you already know, like, you can go Night Witch in the back and get a bunch of bats built up because she spawns them fairly fast. So the Night Witch, guys, if you get, all you need is 1 bat to sneak across, and that could be a literal free point. The skeleton barrel can be really hard to deal with. You're going to need some direct answers to it, and even if you manage to take it down before it scores that point, it's going to be a bunch of skeletons, which obviously will help you overall, as long as they don't have like a Mother Witch or something. You got to be careful about that, but skeleton barrel can certainly be a great card to get a bunch of points with. The Ram Rider can be really strong in these because obviously she can charge, which means she's really fast and can get those points easily, and defensively she certainly can slow stuff down. So Ram Rider, not going to be a bad choice waste at all. The wall breakers are so cheap and they're super fast, so the wall breakers are going to be once again an awesome choice. The elixir golem is really hard to deal with, but you've got to be very careful. I would say elixir golem is one of the stronger choices here out of all these win conditions, but you got to be careful, guys. If they can destroy your elixir golem, I mean, obviously that's going to be a lot of elixir for them, so you got to be very careful that they cannot just easily destroy your elixir golem with a Skarmy or something. You got to make sure you can back it up, because the elixir golem is great until you give your opponent free elixir. That's going to be one of the major things with the elixir golem. You got to make sure you remember and keep in mind. You got to have elixir behind it. You got to have support cards behind it, something of this sort, right? And then finally, the prince here, level 11 for me, but he can certainly be really strong, guys. When he's charging, obviously, he's so fast, he can do so much damage. If the opponent goes with like a Mega Knight, goes with a P.E.K.K.A. or something, or even a mini P.E.K.K.A., your prince in the back will charge up and do so much damage to that thing, or just force out so much elixir from your opponent. And obviously, once again, guys, it can be really, really strong going so fast. So I definitely recommend these cards. Out of all of these, I'd once again take 3 to 4. Now, for me, I'm probably going to go with the Night Witch, the Prince, the Skeleton Barrel, and the Elixir Golem. I'm not too big of a fan of the Ram Rider and Wall Breakers, but Wall Breakers can certainly be really strong. The Ram Rider, like I said, can be really, really strong as well. I really like these 4 because you got a couple cheap options with the Skeleton Barrel and Elixir Golem, and then you have the heavy hitters with the Prince, and then the Night Witch Swarm is really exciting to me. I feel like she's going to be a really underrated card in this challenge because those bats, guys, they're going to be everywhere, going to be overwhelming your opponents. So this is going to be it for the win condition section. Obviously, other cards can get points as well, but for actually striving to get those points, these cards are going to be absolutely excellent. We're moving on to group number 3 of 4 today. This is going to be the support card section where you're going to be focusing on defense. Now, these cards, you're going to want 5, 6, maybe even 7 of them. These are going to make up the majority of your deck and going to be what allows you to defend enemy pushes, guys. So, as you can see, we have the Valkyrie in here, obviously a very tanky and splashy card. Can get so much value, guys, because she's super tanky, like I said, and for only 4 elixir, it's not bad at all. Dark Goblin is a little bit of a ranged unit and can do some constant support, can be certainly really strong behind a tank, like an Elixir Golem or something. Your Dark Goblin's going to put in absolute numbers. Executioner here does so much splash damage, and when he's going against a, let's say, Elixir Golem, he'll be able to absolutely shut that down when in combination with another, maybe building card to distract it or something. Magic Archer, once again, is super ranged and can do a bunch of damage over time. Princess is really ranged, and she can do splash damage, which can make her one of the stronger cards. Electro Wizard can stun stuff, slow stuff down, and do splash damage upon its spawn. The Flying Machine is super ranged, does constant support damage, and in this meta, you really do need a Fireball to take her down, just like Magic Archer here. The Hunter, guys, got that buff, and he is good right now. So for a support card, for a defensive card, he's going to be awesome in this challenge. So all these cards, honestly, you really can't go wrong with any of them. You just got to pick and choose which ones you want in your deck. Let's say you have a really low level Executioner, then don't use them. Use the Flying Machine instead. Stuff like that certainly can be awesome for you. Extending on the awesome support cards, we have the Dark Prince, which is kind of like the Valkyrie, except he can charge and be really, really aggressive. The Firecracker can dodge stuff. You really do just need an arrows to kill her. Guards are going to be awesome instead of a Skarmy, because you can't just zap them away. You need those arrows or something. Wizard can do splash damage, which is awesome. The Mini P.E.K.K.A. can tank bust. The Inferno Dragon is really tanky and can tank bust as well. The Witch spawns tons of skeletons, which can also help you out on defense. And then the Mother Witch can be extremely deadly on defense, and she can defend stuff, including swarms, and create her own swarms of piggies, which is awesome. So, I mean, all of these cards, guys, once again, I would choose 6 to 7 of them. They're going to be essential part of your deck. So if we're doing the math here, you choose 4 spells, you choose 4 win conditions, you're going to be running out of space really soon if you choose 7 cards as well. That is going to lead you to a 15 total cards of the 18, meaning you have 3 spots for a building. So obviously you can choose a little more here, a little less there. It's all up to you guys. And if you need to go back, obviously just pause the video and check out which cards you want to buy or you want to use. So for me, I'm thinking that the Valkyrie, the Princess, the Electro Wizard, the Executioner, the Hunter, and the Flying Machine are going to be excellent value. But personally, obviously, it's all up to you guys as well if you want to build your deck. If you think Wizard's really good, or maybe you have a high level Wizard that will be tournament level standard, then definitely go for the Wizard, guys. It's all up to you. But that should be it for the cards that will support you and help you out on defense. Finally, group number 4 is going to be the defensive building section here. Now here, you're going to want at least 2. At least 2. You can go ahead and toss 3 in, but obviously it'll get a little crazy if you have 3. So I think at least 2 is a good spot to start. For me personally, I think the Tesla and the Bomb Tower stand out the most here, but you can certainly make a case for the Inferno Tower, maybe taking down other tanks, maybe the Goblin Cage here taking down other stuff and then pushing a little bit of a counter push or something. But I truly do think the Tesla and the Bomb Tower are the 2 strongest buildings. You might come at me in the comments and be like, Diddy, yo, spawners are so strong in this. I would disagree. I don't think spawners are as good as people say, because if you have these good cards like the Magic Archer, he can constantly support, and then your spawner will allow people to build up massive pushes over time. If if you've got troops like the Magic Archer, like the Flying Machine, just constantly killing your spawners, well, getting a bunch of elixir to tank in front of it. So it can certainly be strong. I agree, you can get cheeky wins with the spawners, but I just don't think over time they're going to be the best option here, guys. You want to choose at least 2. Like I said, at least 2. It depends on how many of the other groups you choose, but at least 2 of these is going to be awesome. So obviously you don't really need an Inferno Tower. I think there is going to be Royal Hogs. I think potentially Golems, potentially Ram Riders, potentially Wall Breakers. So it's going to be nice if you have these 2 here, I believe. I think the Tesla and Bomb Tower are going to stand out the most. And even if Elixir Golem is really popular in this challenge, then the Bomb Tower is certainly going to be one of the best answers. The Goblin Cage would be alright, and so would the Inferno Tower, but I think Bomb Tower and Tesla are going to be a good medium to have against many, many matchups. So that is going to conclude the section of this video where we're talking about the groups and building your decks. If you need any other tips, definitely comment down below. I'm doing my best to reply to as many comments as possible, but that should cover most things for building your deck. Obviously, you get 18 card spots unless they change something to the Mega Deck size, so you'll have plenty of room to get all of your cards laid out. So obviously, make sure to use those tips to absolutely crush in the Mega Touchdown Challenge. Good luck, everyone participating in it. If you'd like to buy the Pass Royale and keep on going, obviously, make sure to use code Diddy. It really does help support the channel. But have a great day, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. Master Diddy-san, out.